guys, it's Kerry and welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry for the 2 weeks that I didn't upload. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I suggest you. It's at Keza Beauty. Link will be in the description. But I was actually away for 2 weeks and I didn't get a chance to film or pre-record beforehand. So I'm back with another video. I'm going to be using my Revolution Imogenation palette. If you don't know who Imogen is, she's another YouTuber. She's really good, so if I were you, I'd go and check her out. And that's it for this intro. So I'm gonna start with the eyebrows. I'm just gonna put my hair back with this headband. It's from Primark. I think it was £2. But yeah, I'm just gonna put my hair back and I'm going to start with my Primark brow pencil, which is a new find for me. This is in the shade dark brown. I was torn between medium brown and dark brown, but the medium brown seemed a little bit more warm, so I went for the dark brown. A warning, if you buy this, it is very pigmented, so you'd have to be careful with what you did with it, and it's very creamy too, so I tend to have to sharpen it a lot for the precise point, but it is really easy to use. And I'm just going to trace the outline of my eyebrows. Ignore if you see any extra hairs. For my beauty course, I'm having to grow my eyebrows out and my moustache and all the hair all over my body, so if you see any of that, I am so sorry. As soon as I can, I'm going to sort it out. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be sorting it out for Christmas, so my Christmas videos, I won't be as much of a mess. So I'm just going to trace the outline of my brows to the shape I want it. I'm just going to do one eyebrow on camera just because they take so long. And then now that that's done, I'm just going to go through with the spoolie at the end. I'm just going to gently blend that a bit because it does tend to be a little bit harsh. And the reason why I'm going to be doing my eyebrows before anything else is because of how pigmented this is. It can be a bit messy, so I find that if I do my eyebrows first and then when I do my concealer, I'm not using foundation today, once I've done my concealer I can just shape them up and everything's good. The powder I'm going to be using today is the Revolution Ultra Brow Professional Makeup Brow Kit. This is in the shade medium to dark, but that's because I tend to go a little bit darker with my eyebrows. My natural hair colour is blonde, but my roots are a bit darker. So I'm going to be using this shade here. I don't use the waxes, but I use everything else, and I'm just going to colour it in basically. And there's that eyebrow. I'm just going to blend it out a tiny bit. And there's that one. I don't really do much with my eyebrows, because as you can see there's not much pigment to my eyebrows. I just like to add some colour into them and make them stand out basically. But yeah, that's that eyebrow, and then I'm going to go in with my Essence Make Me Brow. You all know about this, I speak about this all the time, probably a bit too much. I'm just going to go in and just set them into place. This is another reason why I suggest doing your eyebrows first as well. If you use this, this can also get really messy. And so yeah, I'm going to do the other one and come back, just because this is where it's going to take the time. So it won't be a minute. So these are my eyebrows at the moment. As I say, when I do all my concealer and that, that's when I will shape them out a little bit. I've just noticed that one's a little bit darker than the other, but it's okay. Our eyebrows aren't supposed to be twins. They're supposed to be sisters. Or distant cousins. It all depends on your eyes. So next, I'm going to do eyeshadow. And the look I'm going to be doing today was on my Instagram. I put it on last night, the night before I filmed this. And it's using the Imogenation palette. What I'm gonna do is first grab my concealer. I'm really not adding much, it's just to add a tiny bit of a base. Grab my sponge, which is the Bespoke one out of the eyebrows, the makeup brush set that I bought from on Amazon. I really don't precise with this. I just slap it on and hope for the best, just like so. And then I'm going to be using this small fluffy brush from the Bespoke set. I don't use my Body Shop brush as often anymore, and in a minute you will see why. Just simply because I've learnt how to do my eyeshadow for my eye shape, because I have really hooded eyeshadow eyes. As you can see, when I do that, I have literally no lid space. So what I tend to do is keep my eyes relaxed and then trace over the crease. I outline the shape and then blend it, and then I have the lid colour come up to the crease. So yeah, I'm going to start with the shade Okay. It has a lot of K's on it. And I'm just going to use that as a transition colour, even though I'm not really doing much with the crease. And I'm just going to use that to map out where I want the bolder colours. As you can see, I'm following my natural eye shape. I also find that doing this eyeshadow trick is way quicker as well, so I might be able to do both eyes on camera. So as you can see, this is literally all I'm going to do with that shade. And then I'm going to use the shade Pinky Promise, which is a more toned down berry, more like the transition shade. It's kind of an in-between colour, just to add a bit of colour before we go in with the bold one. As you can see, this is kind of like my fake eyelid that I'm creating, and then this is the fake crease, just because when I go like that, you can actually see it then. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I'm just going to blend all that together, those two colours. As you can see, doing it like this as well, it gives me that natural like flick out look, and when I do the other side, you'll see that it's natural as well. And then the last colour that I'm going to use in my crease is called Berry Blast, and this is the main colour for the look. As you can see, it's very bold, it's very bright, but it's not too bright as to when you put it on your eyelid, you can't blend it out. Just blend that into the crease and up, just because I find that because the lid colour's going in the crease, if I blend it into the crease a bit, the lid colour and the crease colour kind of like fade together almost. And so, yeah. I just keep building it until it's at the opacity that I want it to be at. And what I want to do now is I'm just going to take this angled brush. It's from the same set from Bespoke. I'm just going to use that to blend that out a bit more. I just do backwards and forwards motions. It tends to work for me. And I find with the angled bit on the brush, it keeps more of that like angled line. So that's the crease colour. Before we go on and do concealer and everything, I'm going to add the lid colour. What I'm going to use is a spray bottle. This is literally just water and my Body Shop eyeshadow brush. It's just a packer brush. I'm going to take the shade Forever Friend and I'm going to take a few swipes to like coat the brush, because I want to try not to double dip. Once the brush is wet, if you double dip, it can make the eyeshadows a bit weird. As you can see, there's plenty on the brush. Then I'm just going to, off to the side, dampen the brush. Dampen the brush with the eyeshadow on, not before the eyeshadow goes on. And then I'm just going to fill that gap in that we left from the crease. Just like so. And then I'm going to go back in with the same shade, just pick a tiny bit up and then maximise the opacity. And then I'm going to go back in with my blending brush just to blend those two colours together. And there we have it. So I'm just going to go off and do the other eye, just because it's going to be quicker for me, and then we'll get on with the base. So as you can see, I have completed the eyes. Next we're going to go on and do the base. I really don't do much with the base, just because I find that I don't really need it. I don't put foundation on anymore just because it's a bit heavy in my skin. So I'm just going to go in with my MUA Pro Base Full Coverage Concealer and just in the shade 101 for under my eyes. And I'm just going to place it like that. Using my sponge. And then I'll grab the MUA Pro Base Concealer in shade 104 just to conceal anything that I feel like needs concealing. And then with the same concealer, I'm going to take some and pop it on the back of my hand. I'm just going to neaten up my eyebrows. And there we have them, some neater eyebrows. So next, I'm just going to go ahead with my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I'm just going to set everything into place. I'm going to take my sponge, blend some of those fine lines out, and just set it. Take my Body Shop brush to set everywhere else. And then to move on with the rest of the base, I'm going to be using the Leary palette. I'm going to be using the shade Brand, Rose, and that's it. That's for blush and bronzer. So I'm going to use these two brushes that I got in an eBay set, exactly the same set. This is more of a bigger brush, this is a little brush. As you can see by the colours, you know which one's for which. But I'm just going to take that Brand colour. I'm not going to hold it up for the whole session just because it does ache, because it's a big palette. I'm just going to do some natural bronzer slash contour. And then I'm going to take this marble brush here, and I'm going to take the shade Indulge, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that and do some nose contour. Just like so. We don't have many more steps. We're going to take the smaller brush and use the shade Rose, and I'm just going to put some blush on. Those long time subscribers of mine will know that I used to be obsessed with this palette, and I used it in every single video, but I never used to do my blush like this. And then my favourite part is the Soph Revolution highlighter duo in the shade Sugar Frosting. I use this every time I do my makeup. I'm surprised I haven't hit pan on it yet. That's how much I've been using it. And so I'm just going to use a highlighter. And what I find with the highlighter is because my under eyes are a lot lighter, it kind of blends that into the blush and kind of blends the whole look together. I'm using the baked side just to highlight the bigger places. And then I'm going to take my Clarins brush, use this side, which is more of a white highlighter, and I'm going to use that on my inner corner. Brow bone. Nose. Including the tip. And Cupid's bow. I am fully highlighted. I'm just going to add a tiny bit of that more intense colour on. Just to make that is the base complete. And we really only have 2 steps. Well, we don't. I'm still going to complete the eyes yet. So I'm going to use that Berry Blast there, and I'm going to use that on my lower lash line and blend it into the crease just to create a more sharp eye look. And then I'm going to use my eyelash curlers. I'm not sure on where these are from, but I know you can get them literally anywhere. I saw some for 80p in Wilko's, I'm sure it is. So they're not the most expensive thing to buy. They are a good investment though. And I'm just going to curl my top lashes. And my Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. And this is the waterproof one. It's the blue one. They have purple, green and orangey colour. I'm not 100% sure on what the other one is, but I know that there's a lengthening and a volume one as well. But I prefer this one. So there are the lashes. You can keep building it up to make it more extreme, but I'm not going to. And then last but not least, my Luna by Luna lipstick in the shade Pixie. You all know it's a classic for me. And that sums this look up. Right then, so that is the finished look. As you can see, berry eye, a pink knit lip. I won't say it's necessarily nude, but it's not bold. One thing I want to add in this video, just because I don't think it's worth doing an updates video for one small update. On the 22nd of November, I am going to be going in to hopefully have my braces put on. So from that day, I will let you know how I'm feeling on those weeks, because I don't know whether I'm going to be able to move my mouth much, and obviously with YouTube a lot of it is talking. I'm going to be uploading as much as possible up until then though, and even after then, but I've also got to have 4 teeth taken out, 2 on the 9th of December and 2 on the 14th of December, so that week I probably will not upload a video just because I'm having teeth taken out. It's not the nicest experience in the world, but I will keep you updated on that. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It'd mean a lot to me if we could get this video to 50 likes. I know it's a push, but I'm pretty sure we can do it. There's no time limit on this, just 50 likes and it will make my day. Comment down below what you dressed up as for Halloween, because I didn't do a Halloween look. I didn't really dress up for Halloween, I didn't feel like it. All I did was put some makeup on with some pumpkins on my face, that's literally all I did. But let me know what you dressed up as, and if you do want to see in the future, as the years go by, any Halloween looks that I can come up with. And also, let me know if you are excited for Christmas. We have just a little under a month until Christmas, and I'm bloody excited. So yeah, and if you're not already, please subscribe if you like what you see. It's free, it won't hurt anyone. If anything, it'll just make my channel grow so that other people can see them as well. Another tip to help my channel grow is you can share my video to your friends. If you think that your friends will like my videos, please share it, because I'm pretty sure it'll be useful for someone. I'm trying to get to 50 likes by December 31st. I'm not too hopeful on it, because I've only got 33 at the moment, which seems okay, but if we could get to 50 likes by Christmas or December 31st, that would be amazing. and it would start my year off with a bang for 2022, which I'm sure we all want a good year. So yeah, I'm going to leave this at this and have a good week. I will see you next week. Bye.